Well, it's spruce up time for Nanny. It's Saturday morning, and we have some family coming to the house. So I thought I'd better get out of bed and try and do something with myself. And Mikey and Sabrina and Dane and the two little girls are on their way up. They should be here shortly. And I'm very excited. Matthew and his family were also supposed to come up, and unfortunately, 4 of them have COVID. The 2 young boys, the young teenagers, are in bed bad, sore throats, fever, chills. And we've decided that we'll probably have to see them sometime after Christmas. So Christmas is shaping up as something that we have to remember what it really is all about. It's not about disappointments and not seeing those we want. It's all about somebody very special and a birthday, right? So we're trying to keep that in mind. And I had even hoped maybe today I could bake a little birthday cake with my 2 little girls, but we'll see how that goes. The wrapping of the presents, that's minimal, but I do have some things for them, and I'm very anxious to give them to them. So we're going to have a little lunch, and then they're going to leave early afternoon because it's a special time of year, and people are busy. So I think maybe this might be the last day this hairdo is going to last with the big curlers. I didn't use the big ones this time. I used the smaller ones, so maybe it'll last for the next hour. Well, it looked like Moose and Nanny rallied to get some presents under that tree. And who are you?
I'm the gallant Christmas dude.
And what about those reindeer ears?
Moosie ears.
Oh, right. Moosie ears, yeah. And who are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for 5 San Diego Monahans. 3 little ones and 2 big ones. And they're bringing tamales.
No, guess what? The truck ran out of tamales, Christmas tamales,
No,
30 minutes ago. So
don't tell me we're having hamburgers.
Mikey and Sabrina tried to bring tamales, but they saw 2 trucks down on the boulevard, and they had planned to stop and get Christmas tamales and bring them up for our lunch. 30 minutes before they got there, they sold out of all the tamales, so they came up with some great burritos, chorizo and stuffed burritos. We had a great lunch. What is it?
It's a locket. Oh. Wow, that's so cool. Thank you, Nanny.
You're
Thank
welcome,
you,
sweetie.
Nanny.
What does it say on the front, Lizzie?
For me, it's just right there. It says an L.
And whose pictures are you going to put in there?
I'm gonna put in here. I'm gonna put my whole picture of my whole family and my number 1 best friend, which is Ava A.
Oh, and how about you, Megan?
I'm going to put my 3 friends.
Oh, good. And you can switch them around too. Mommy will help you find pictures and cut them out too. Good. I'm glad you liked them. Woo! Okay, Dane. What is that? Ooh,
to sit on, and
gold, and it's for his band. The gold definitely signifies the band, right?
the gold is the school, but the band is called Gold. So
Okay.
it's both.
And I thought, since I couldn't get this done, I thought maybe your mom would help you glue that W on that nice backrest. And you're going to have a new bedroom soon, huh?
Right.
Whoa, a
Right.
man's den. Yeah, he's taking over the master bedroom, huh? And Daddy and Mommy are building a whole new suite. Fun stuff.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get down there and see it. Good. We exchanged our presents. The girls got little lockets and little jewelry things. And Dane, and I have a rabbit hole story to tell you about these. Dane's present was one of these velvet stuffed backrests with the arms to sit in bed and read or play games on his phone or whatever. And I happened to find a couple of these what they call sweater letters, but they're for his high school band. And I had planned to glue one on the side of this black backrest that I got. Those are the colors of his school, black and white and gold, which signifies the band. So he's going to do that with Sabrina. They're going to fix that up. All in all, it was a wonderful, wonderful time. But the funny story about these backrests, well, needless to say, we had a wonderful, wonderful visit with Mikey and Sabrina, the 3 kids, and Micah and Colleen and the kids came down to visit too. So we had somewhat of a little family gathering. We missed Matthew and Cindy and Matthew and Dolly and Lauren so much. Wish you were here, guys, but we hope you get well soon. They all have COVID. Well, today was half a family together, and we had so much fun. We had a concert because some of the kids are very musical. In fact, all of them are. As you know, Megan does Irish dancing, and Lizzie is an actress, absolutely an actress. And she loves to act in plays at school. And Dane, of course, is in his high school band. He's a trumpet player. And so we got a little concert because we missed the last concert. The kids put on a little concert with us. Dane played the trumpet and Megan played her flute, and Lizzie gave a little song to us, and so wonderful. Colleen and Micah and Brendan and Shannon dropped down, and since Colleen is Dane's godmother, she had a gift for him. And I don't know whether I told you a long time ago, but Dane was a big Lego builder. From the time he was 3 years old, I remember seeing him following directions and building things, and he went on to create some masterpieces that you wouldn't believe. And Colleen gave him as her godmother present one of these Lego things, 2,000 parts or something or other or more, and his eyes lit up. He remembered his kid days of making things, and he couldn't wait to get home, even though he's a big boy in high school now, couldn't wait to get home and start building his Lego car. So that was fun. One big thing I didn't mention were the gifts that Sabrina and Mikey gave to Moosie and I. Mikey and Sabrina have given me this wonderful heated vest. Now, it's got a battery pack somewhere.
It's in there in the
When
text
I
right there.
push this, am I pushing it right?
Yeah. Hold it for 3 seconds.
1, 2, 3.
There. It just turned off.
Now I shall warm up. Moosie
I
has
shall
one
warm up.
just like mine. Moosie has one too. How long does it take to heat up? Wow.
And you have to charge it too.
Pretty quick.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Look at this. I'm going to try and stand up here. 1, 2.
Do you need help, Mama?
I got it.
There we go.
Look at that.
Woo! Oh, it's
Isn't
great.
this
Nice and big.
great?
Nice and
Oh,
big.
boy. You feel my neck? Feel my neck in the back.
Oh, yours
Up in the
isn't
back.
on, Mom. You have to hold it down. Or maybe it
Mikey
just needs
put
a
it
charge.
He said when it starts blinking blue. Mikey, why isn't this on? I feel it on my neck.
Maybe it's not charged all the
You know
way.
what
Dad, with your
color means?
flashlight on, I'm not getting a good...
Where? Up here?
There we go. Last night.
Is this a movie?
It's both.
We love our vests, and I did model them in this video. And Moosie, I don't think he's ever going to take it off. It was a great gift idea. I could feel the warmth where I need it, in my upper back, my shoulders, and the back of my neck. And when you put your hands in the pockets, it's almost like pocket warmers. Great for kids or people that go to football games. For those of you, and I'll next video, I'll probably show you if any of you are interested in where Mikey got these, but he found these somewhere. Oh, I can't tell you, a really unique, wonderful gift. we all went outside and we did Moosie and I didn't, but everybody did the Christmas tree dance that is very traditional in our family, that wherever you see a Christmas tree during the holidays, you must do the Christmas tree dance. The beautiful finale to the afternoon was with Moosie reading The Night Before Christmas to the kids. It's kind of a tradition that no matter how old they get, he still does it to who's ever around the night before Christmas or the night before that. And that was real sweet. And everybody, especially Lizzie and Megan, enjoyed that no end.
Not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The children were tucked all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums, danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and Ma in her cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap.
You know, I'm sitting here in my bed editing and having some of Margie's salmagundi soup. I've turned the salmagundi into a soup now. I'm really getting good with these leftovers. And it's delicious, by the way. But anyway, I'm editing this video on my iPad, and I discovered I never told you the rabbit hole story that I was going to tell. So let me just tell you this funny story. Well, as you know, my shopping was kind of different this year because I wasn't able to get out and run around like I normally do. And so I was resigned to using Amazon. And I must say, they did well by me. I came upon a great idea for the young teenage boys in particular. And that would be Matthew's boys and also one of Mikey's boys, Dane, and also Brendan, Colleen's boy, who has been helping us out like crazy. I'm going to hate to see him go back to college. But anyway, I found these backrests. Now, I used to have one here because I do an awful lot of sitting up in bed. This is mostly where I do my editing. And they're so comfortable because they give you good back support and you have the arms to lean on, little pockets on the side. You know those velvet backrests, they're hard and they have the arms that come out. I've seen them in the stores, and normally I've bought them in stores before, mainly for Moosie and I. And they're hard and they're big. Well, I couldn't get out to the stores, but I got this idea, which with Matthew's help, and I thought, okay, I'm going to look on Amazon, which I started to look on Amazon, and I found tons of them. So I ordered 3 of them, and I don't think any of the kids will see this before Christmas. Now, Dane already got his, so I gave Brendan his early, mainly because I wanted him to enjoy it for the holidays while he was home here until he goes back to college. I think Colleen might have gotten him one up for his bed in college. So I ordered them, and they came within 2 or 3 days. It was wonderful. However, the boxes came. They were extremely heavy, but they were a little bit longer than a shoebox. Now, they were a little bit wider than a shoebox, but I would say no longer than 2 feet. And I couldn't figure out what these things were. There were 4 of them, actually, and I couldn't figure this out. But so heavy, I could hardly lift them. So I knew I had some things coming for Brendan. I didn't want him to help me open them, but Moosie helped me to open these things up. And sure enough, these were the backrest, but they were shrink wrapped. Now, you know what that is. They're filled with some kind of air or gas or whatever, and they compress anything down to almost nothing. I took this first package out, which was Brendan's, and it was red, by the way. In fact, I put a picture in here of Brendan in his bed because I gave it to him, and he's sitting surrounding by it. But his came with kind of a rolled pillow for head support as well. Well, Colleen was here with me when we opened it up, and as you cut this package, you get this sort of a blow up, but then there's another package. You cut that one and you get another thing that starts getting bigger. And when you cut that one open, all of a sudden it expands. And this thing expanded to about the size of a 28-pound turkey. Frozen. No, not frozen. Sort of semi-frozen, because the arms were dangling, wobbling back and forth, and it was lopsided. We couldn't pull it apart because it said 24 to 48 hours for it to decompress. Oh my gosh, I had absolutely no idea. Well, first of all, I paid a ton of money, probably more than I should have, because I wanted the best of these things. I wanted to be nice and comfortable and nice and high backs, good arms and everything. Well, Colleen and I had a howl. You can imagine us in the bedroom here. Moosie was in the other room with Micah and Moose and Brendan. And we were looking at this turkey with the floppy arms and couldn't bend the back apart, had a big crease down the middle, just what you would imagine a big, big turkey would look like. I panicked, really. Colleen said, just hold it now, read the directions. Well, we read that you have to let it expand, and it takes 24 to 48 hours for this particular one. And if you don't like the middle, you can put your hand inside to this memory foam, little bits of foam things, all irregular shaped, and you could readjust. Well, I didn't think it was going to take some work to do this too, but I sat it on the couch out there. Colleen, the kids went home, and the next morning it was sort of overstuffed looking, but up the top was still kind of empty. One of the arms was still hanging. So I put my hand inside, tried to move some of the things that had decompressed from the main body, but the main body of it was still hard. Now, it does say you can put them in the dryer for a little while, but I don't know how this big giant thing would have fit in my dryer. But the cover, it was a beautiful red velvet color to put on, but it was full of wrinkles from being packed away. Well, I did put that in the dryer, and the wrinkles did come out. I only left it in for maybe 10 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes. So that came out. But you have to wait before you put the cover on while this thing in the white material with the zipper to get in and adjust if you want to. But how many of you have ever ordered a backrest or anything that came compressed like that? First of all, it's a shock, right? Well, the other smaller ones came out great. The black one for Dane was wonderful. He loved it. It's the color of his school. And I did get these letters to put on there for his band. That's the insignia of his high school band. So that's my rabbit hole story about my 28-pound turkey that I opened up, and hopefully it did. I hoped that in time it would do it. And you know what? It did eventually. So I have a picture of Brendan sitting in bed with it. He looks so cute. He loves it. I was confined to my bed, still am, by the way. And the longer I stay in bed and rest, I realize that this is healing, I think. As Matthew says, you have to go through the healing process first with this meniscus tear, and then you can get into recovery. Isn't it wonderful, some of the joys that you can get that completely overcome any holiday blues or anything is being with family. And I must tell you, it was wonderful. They all left about 2 o'clock, and now we're beginning to settle down, looking forward to one of the dinners that either Margie sent down or Colleen picked up for us, and a special treat. last night, Micah and Colleen and their whole family went to a very famous steakhouse down in Orange County. Micah is on television. He's been on television here in California for 20 years as a news anchor. And he's their main news anchor man in Southern California here for one of the stations. And evidently the restaurant fellow recognized him when he came over to the table. And I guess it specializes in fancy steaks and everything. And they all had a different kind of a steak. But he was sent home with 5 different desserts, complimentary of the complimentaries of the restaurant. And Micah brought down just a little while ago a creme brulee dessert and a beautiful cheesecake dessert. And Moosie and I are going to, those are ours. They brought them home for us. And Moosie and I are going to have these in bed tonight as our special treat. So thank you, Micah. So the rest of the plans for the weekend are Christmas morning. We will be going up to Colleen's at about 9 o'clock in the morning and be there for the opening of the presents with all the kids. And then several hours later, somewhere around noontime, a little bit before, we will go up to Margie's. And Mike is coming down, picking us up and bringing us up there. And Margie lives nearby. She only lives about 10, 15 minutes away up in the hills. And we will have a wonderful brunch and early afternoon visit with Margie and her family. All the boys are going to be there. Aiden has been in Switzerland for the past, I think 10 days with a couple of his buddies. And he's coming home on Christmas Eve and will be there Christmas Day. And also Margie's son, Riley, who is newly engaged, and his fiance. So we have another wedding coming up in April. And Colin and Brianna and their 2 little girls, Paisley and PJ. So we are going to see more babies. Looking forward to seeing more grandkids and more children. So the only ones that we will not have seen, we had to cancel out on a trip over to our granddaughter Bridget's house. Billy and Bonnie have come down from Idaho, and they, I think, are arriving later today at Bridget's house. And tomorrow we were supposed to go over there in the early afternoon to see Billy and Bonnie, and of course Bridget and her girls. However, Moosie and I both think maybe we need a rest off. I need to be off my feet for a day before Christmas Day again. So we've agreed to see them after Christmas. The day after Christmas, we'll see Billy and Bonnie, and then Bridget and Bill and their 3 little girls, probably sometime later in the week, hopefully. And the only one left that we haven't seen or will not see until after Christmas is Debbie and Barry. Hopefully some of their kids. And that's it. It's hard to fit 6 kids and all those grandkids in, but we're trying. So I want to wish all of you the most happy Christmas. To those celebrating the holidays, as is, happy holidays to all of you. And I just want to say that the spirit of Christmas and the whole idea of what the season is all about has brought my spirits up, and Moosie and I have nothing but gratitude at this point for so many things in our lives. And I hope that you can find gratitude and joy during this season too. Merry Christmas to everyone. Thank you for all of your lovely comments, your well wishes, and your Christmas wishes, holiday wishes, your prayers. Thank you so much for all that. You know how much I appreciate you. We love all of you. Goodbye. We'll see you soon. Enjoy the next couple of days. And God bless us all, everyone.